How do you determine how much a property is actually worth? So when you find a property, you obviously question how much is it worth? How do you determine what its actual market value is? There's quite a few ways that you can actually go about doing that. One of the ways is obviously paying an appraiser to do an actual appraisal on the home itself, which if you want to have the most accurate and kind of guaranteed, if you will, valuation of the home, that's certainly the route to go. However, if you don't want to spend $400 or $500 every single time you check out a property, what you want to do is a comparable market analysis on it. So what you do is you use comps. Comps are basically what you would consider an apples to apples comparison to the property you're looking at. So let's say for comparison, the property that you're looking at is a 3-bedroom, 2-bathroom, 1,200 square foot, single family home without a pool in Metro Orlando. So the goal is to find a property that is as similar, if not a model match to that home that has sold in the past 6 months. Hopefully no more than 6 months, because what you really want to do is you want to keep up with the market. Obviously, properties that sold more than 6 months ago, it was a little bit different of a market then, because here in Central Florida, the market is actually increasing every single day. So the closer you actually have a property that sold to today's date, the better. So if you take into consideration the property that is very similar in size, shape, year, specifications and everything like that, and let's say it sold for $100 a square foot, obviously it's safe to say that the property that you're looking at is worth $100 a square foot, because again, you're comparing apples to apples. Now, if you can't find a property that's specifically identical match to the one that you're looking at, you really need to kind of go a little bit outside of the box here and think about what specifications has this property, that really kind of gives it some benefits or some takeaways, and you really need to find properties that are still within that area, because like Orlando and pretty much every other city in this country, if you go simply a half a mile away, it could be the difference between comparing apples to apples and oranges, the type of neighborhood, the type of features, obviously is it close to the highway, is it close to schools, new construction, everything like that. So it's important to find a property that's within, hopefully, the same subdivision, but if not, that is within a quarter mile to a half a mile at most of the subject property. Because like I said, location is key. If you have a property that's in one part of Orlando, and if you go across just 1 or 2 blocks or 1 or 2 different main intersections, you're in a completely different style neighborhood, in which case the property values could go up 20-30% by just a short distance. So going back to finding a property that might not be the exact model match, if you have a 3-bedroom to a 4-bedroom, typically people add values between $6,000 to $10,000 per bedroom. So then obviously you take that into consideration for the actual value of the home. Another big feature that you obviously have here in Orlando are pools. Pools will say anywhere between $7,000 and $15,000, depending on how big the pool is or any other features it has. But one huge thing that a pool obviously presents for a property when it comes to flipping is the marketability of the home itself. Obviously, if you have 2 homes that are exactly the same, and one has a pool and one doesn't have a pool, the one with the pool is going to sell quicker. So this is Chris Grenier. I hope my quick little analysis on how to compare a property and find its true value helps. I really appreciate you taking the time watching this video today. Have a great day.